Good morning, dear children. Welcome again here in this video tutorial. Today we are going to start new chapter, that is chapter number 5, division. Okay? So before going to start this chapter, let's have a quick recap what we did in chapter number 4, multiplication. Okay children, what is multiplication? That we have clearly done that multiplication is repeated addition. So as it is very easy for you, once you have understood that it's a repeated addition, it means again and again adding on. Like how I get 4 multiply 8. 4 multiply 8. What is 4 8s are? It means it is 32. It means I am adding 8 again and again for getting 32. So like why we were using multiplication? Same, I am going to teach you that why we use division, what is the need of division. Okay, see, very simple it is. If I am purchasing a chocolate of res 5, right? A chocolate res 5, and same chocolate I need 6 more. Same chocolate which cost is res 5, I need 6. Okay, so the price of 6 chocolate is same as rupees 5. How I will calculate it? We'll just simply write 5 multiply 6. It means 5 6 are 30. Similarly, now we are moving to division, right? That is how and why we are using it. Okay, like we have done multiplications, like we will do a division, right? So children, you know, as multiplication is repeated addition, like division is repeated subtraction. So here we can write division is repeated subtraction. Okay? Okay, division is repeated subtraction. How it is repeated subtraction? That I am going to teach you here. Suppose like same example that we have taken in the multiplication form, that 4 8s are 4 multiply 8 is equal to 32. 4 8s are 32. Now take 32 divided by, you can take any number 8 or 4 which you feel that what is easy for you, right? So 8, we can take 8 here. 32 divided by 8. So children, as I told you, tables are very important for you. So thoroughly you learn, right? Because without table, it's going to be very difficult for you. So here, first of all, we will solve it dividing way. So here we can write 32 divided by 8. Now I know the table of 8. So 8 1s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24, 8 4s are 32. So here we will write 8 4s are 32. Fine. So first look at here, I have written here 4, right? So in the second number, above the second number, I have written 4 and I have not written 4 here. Why? Because we have take 2 digits, right? So we have take 2 digits. So second digits, I'll write the quotient, right? I'll write the number here. So 8 4s are 32. Then subtract it. 32 minus 32, it is 0. Now how it is repeated subtraction? So children, here 32 8. So first of all we will minus 32, 8 from 32, so we will get 12. Just take one borrow. Take in your mind, we will not write here 12, not cut it. Okay, now it will take 1 this side and it will become 12. 12 minus 8, here 4, and here 2 is left. So this 2 we will write here 24. Fine. Again we will subtract 8 from 24. So 4 will take again a carry, borrow. So it will become 14. Now 14 minus 8, here 6. Fine. And here 1. Now again we will minus 8. Fine. Until we get 0. We subtract 8 until we get 0. Okay. So 16 minus 8. So 16 minus 8, 8. Fine. Again we will subtract 8. 8 from 8, 0. Okay, dear children. Now calculate or count how many times we have subtracted 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. It means that 4 times we have subtracted 8. It means that it's a repeated subtraction. Right? So make our calculation easier. We just divide. And this is, we can say that this is a short form of subtraction. Right? Division is also short form of subtractions. This will make our calculation so long and this will take our too much time. So make our calculation easier, and to getting quick answer, we just do divide. For divide and multiplication, division and multiplication, thoroughly you learn tables, right? Okay, children. Okay, so let's move on to some examples of division quotients as we have solved here. Now we should know about terms related to division. Fine. So in a division sum, the number to be divided is called the dividend, right? Here 32 divided 8 is equal to 4. Okay, so the number is to be divided is called dividend. This one, the number is to be divided. So here this is the number is divided, so it is called dividend. Dividend. Fine. And the number by which we divide is called divisor. The number by which we divide, it is called divisor. Okay, it is called divisor. Fine. And the result obtained on division is called the quotient. The answer, the answer, it means the result obtained. We have obtained here 4. So this is our answer, and this is also known as quotient. Okay, children? Okay, the number which is left undivided is called the remainder, because in this case we have 0 remainder, so we can write it as remainder also. This is remainder. Fine. Let's take another example. Fine. Let's take another example that is 113. Fine. 113, we just divide this number by 2. Okay. This is another example, 113 divided by 2. Now children, we know that 1 is not comes to table of 2, so we will take 2 digit here. So we will write the quotient first number above the second number. So fine, just recite the table of 2. Now take 2 digit, so it will become 11. Okay, 2 digit, it will become 11. So 2 5s are 10. Okay, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 2 6 are 12, 2 7s are 14. Now look at here, 10 and 8. Okay, 8 is smaller than 11, very smaller, and 10 is near to 11 and 12 is bigger than 11. So we will write here 10. So 2 5s are 10. Fine. Now subtract it. 1 minus 0, 1. 1 minus 1, 1. Okay. Now bring down 3. Here we have 1. 1 is smaller than 2. We can't divide. So bring down 3. So now just read this number. This is 13. Okay children. 13 is not comes to the table of 2. So here the nearest number of 12, that is the nearest number of 13, that is 12. So we will write here 12. But in which place it is come? 2 6 times. 2 6 are 12. So we will write here 12. Now 3 minus 2, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So number 1 is smaller than 2. We can't divide, right? Because why we don't divide this number? Because this is smaller than 2. So now it will be remain here. It will be remain here. It means that it is a remainder, right? So this is also the result is obtained here. This is quotient and this is dividend. The number is divided and this is divisor and the number which is left over, this is remainder. Okay dear children. So two example I have taken here. One we have 0 remainder and another we have 1 remainder. So here we have already learnt about the quotient, dividend, divisor and remainder. So now checking division. Here we will check the division. Fine. So in checking division, what we have to do? First we will write it here. Checking division. In checking division, we need to first to check a division result. Multiply the quotient by the divisor. It means divisor. We can write here divisor multiply quotient and then add the remainder. Fine. So it should be equal to dividend. Now let's take the example of this one. We have divisor here 2. Now we will multiply it by quotient. So our quotient is 56 and then our remainder is 1. So it will be equal to, it should be equal to dividend. So dividend is 113. Now children, just multiply it here. So 256 are. So we will multiply it here. 56 multiply 2. 2 6 are 12. So just keep one carry in your mind. And 2 5s are 10. 10 plus 1, 11. So here we have, when we multiply 2 by 56, we will get 112. Now 112 plus 1. So 113 we have dividend. So 112 plus 1, 113. Now look at here, 113 is equal to 113. So our answer is correct. So in this way you can check your division. You can check your division quotients that is correct or not. Fine. Okay children, let's learn some important points related to division. Okay, we always start division from the place of highest value, right? We always start division from the highest value, place of highest value. In case of 2-digit dividend, we start from tens place if there is a 2-digit dividend. So we start from tens place, and in case of 3-digit, we start from hundreds place, right? We always start from hundredth place. The remainder is always smaller than the divisor. Okay, it is very important that the remainder should be smaller than the divisor. So let's look on to some properties of division, or learn some properties of division, right? As we have learned the properties of multiplication, so we have properties of division also. So children, here properties of division. First of all, let me write down the heading over here. Okay, properties of division. So here property number 1. When any number is divided by 1, when any number, I am writing the number in short form, NO, is divided by 1, the quotient is the number itself. The quotient is the number itself. Okay, dear children, it means when any number is divided by 1, the quotient is the number itself. Okay, so let's take an example. By giving example, you can understand very well. So here let's take an example of 34. Okay, if we will divide 34 by 1, so what is our answer? 134s are 34, because 1 is a number which can divide every number, right? If we have a big number, that is 3-digit number, 269 divided by 1, so the answer is the number itself, that is 269. It means when any number is divided by 1, the quotient is, okay, the answer which we obtained, that is known as quotient. The quotient is the number itself. So look at here, the number is, so the answer is number itself. Okay, so point number 2, when any number is divided by itself, when any number, so I am writing here number in short form, this is NO, number is, when any number is divided itself by itself except 0, okay, leave 0, right, except 0, okay, the quotient is 1. The quotient is 1. Fine. So let's take example here. If we have a number that is 45, if we will divide 45 by 45, so the answer is, it means that you just recite the table of 45, that is 45 ones are 45. So 45 comes in 1 time. Okay, 45 ones are 45. Let's take another example, that is 300 divided by 300. So 300 ones are 300. It means when any number, you can take any number, that is tens place, 100 place, 1000 place, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, so on. You can take any number, you just divide it by itself, right? Except 0, the quotient is always 1. Fine. So let's take number 3. Move on to the property number 3. When 0 is divided by any number, when 0 is divided by any number except 0, okay, leave 0 here in this case also, except 0, the quotient is always 0. The quotient is always 0, okay. So let's take example here. If we divide 0 by 34, so 34 zeros are 0. If we divide 2489, we'll first write here 0 by 2489. So 2489 zeros are 0. Fine. Understood, children? So remember, children, these kinds of property you have already done in your addition and your multiplication chapter, and here also in this property of 1 in your addition and multiplication you have done the same number itself, the answer. Here also, when any number is divided by 1, the number itself, and when the number is divided by itself, 1 is answer, okay. The quotients will be 1. Quotient will be 1 every time, and when 0 is divided by any number in multiplication, you just read that when we multiply any number by 0, the product always will be 0. So in this case, in divided, in division, when 0 is divided by any number, right, except 0, fine, leave 0, okay. So the quotient is always 0. So the fourth property is, we have the last property, that is division by 0 is not allowed. Okay, I am not writing this property here. You just listen to me carefully. Number 4th is, because we don't have any example of this property, division by 0 is not allowed. We can't divide any number by 0. It is invalid quotient, right? So here we have already learned the properties, terms related to division. What is division? It's a repeated subtraction, and we have already learned the checking division and properties of division. Okay, children? So children, let's take some example of division questions. Right, here I'm taking 2 examples. This is 649 by 7, and 2 or 3 examples I'm taking here. Another one is 7982 by 7, and the third one is 5975 divided by 14. Okay, so here this is one digit divisor, and this is, okay, 6, this is, I'm taking the same example here. First, okay, it's okay. So here this is one digit divisor, and this is 2 digit divisor. So let's solve this question first. Here we have 649 divided by 7. So children, this is the symbol of division. You know that this is a symbol of division. So we will write it as 649 divided 7. Okay. So whenever we divide any number, we just start from the first number. We will not start from the ones place. We will just check the first number. So here we have 6. So 6 is smaller than 7, right? So we can't divide it now. This is the first step. Whenever we divide any number, we just check the first number. It is greater than the divisor or not. So here 7 and 6. Which one is greater? 7 is greater. So we can't divide 6 here. Now we will take both digit. Now just read it. It's 64. So it's 64. 64 is greater than 7. Now we can easily divide it. Now what you need to do, you just recite the table of 7. Now 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14. And I know the table of 7, so 7 near to 64, that is 63. Okay, and it comes to the 9 times. 5. 7 nines are 63. So I'll write 9 here. Right? Why I am writing 9 here? Because I have taken 2 digit. Fine. I have taken 2 digit. So that's why I am writing here. Right? So 7 nines are 63. Okay? Now subtract it. 4 minus 3 will get 1. 6 minus 6 will get 0. And here 1. Now check it. 1 and 7. Again, this is a step 2. 1 is smaller than 7. Now what we need to do? We just bring down 9. Okay, bring it down. So here it will become 19. We just read it 19. Now 19 is greater than 7. Now easily it will divide it. So just recite the table of 7. 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 21. Now 21 is 7 twos are 14 and 7 threes are 21. 21 is greater than 19, so we need to write this number. 7 twos are 14. Now subtract it. 9 minus 4, we have 5. It means in this question, we have a quotient and this is dividend and this is remainder and this is divisor. Okay children, let's check our answer. Let's check it. Is it right or wrong? So divisor, we can write it as short form. This is D, multiply quotient, this is Q, plus remainder. Okay, and it should be equal to dividend. So dividend, we can write the whole spelling dividend. Fine. So dividend we have written here, because dividend we are writing the whole spelling of dividend, because here we have written D and D. Both are equal. So this is D means divisor, multiply quotient, right? So here we have 7 as divisor and the quotient is 92 plus remainder is 5. Okay children, and our dividend is 649. Now just multiply 7 times 92. It means 7 twos are 14. Just keep the remainder in your mind. 14, it means 1 carry. So 7 nines are 63. 63 plus 1, 64. Now 64, it is 644 plus 5. It is 649. So look at here. 649 is equal to 649. So our quotient is here 92 and remainder is 5. So this is correct. When we checked it, this is correct. Okay. So children, we have solved this one. Now we have another example. This is 4-digit number and the divisor is a single 1-digit number. So let's solve it here. 7982 divided by 7. So it's very easy. 7 ones are 7. 7 minus 7, 0. Now bring it down. We have 9 here in the second place. So again we will read it once time. 7 ones are 7 because 9 is little bit greater than 7. So subtract it. We'll get here 2. Now 2 is smaller than 7. So bring it down. 8. So 7 fours are, I know that, I know the table of 7, so 7 fours are 28. Now 28 minus 28, we have 0 here. Fine. Now we have left one digit here, that is 2. So bring it down, 2. So children, this is not remainder at first. Here it is remainder, but 2 we have bring it down. So just recite the table of 7 for 2. 2 is smaller than 7. So we can't divide, but 0 is comes. When we multiply any number by 0, we get 0. So we will write here 7 zeros are 0. Right? Okay. So 2 minus 0, we have 2. So here the quotient is 1140 and the remainder is 2. If the quotient asked, just divide and write down the quotient and remainder. So simply you can write the quotient here, the result obtained, and the leftover number, that is remainder. Okay student, and you can check your answer by your checking method which I have taught you earlier. So let's take the third example. This is 5975 by 14. Okay, now we will write it as division method, division column. So here 14 and 5975. Now children, just recite the table of 14 starting from the leftmost digit. Right, we consider 59. Okay, so 14, it's a 2-digit number, it's a 2-digit divisor, so we will take 2 digits from here. This is 59. The number formed by the first 2 digits 5 and 9 of the dividend as divisor is a 2-digit number. So 14 is smaller than 59. Right, so we will recite the table of 14 for 59. Using the multiplication table of 14, we see that 14 goes into 59 4 times and yields 3 as a remainder. You know, 14 fours are 56. Fine. So we just subtract it. 9 minus 6, we have 3. And 5 minus 5, 0. Right. Now 3 is smaller than 14. So we have another number, another digit here, that is 7. Bring it down. Now it is 2-digit number and also greater than 14. So just recite the table of 14 for 37. It means that 14 ones are 14, 14 twos are 28, 14 threes are 42. Okay, 42 is greater than, so we will write here 14 twos are 28. Okay, now subtract here. We can't subtract 8 by from 7, so it will take one borrow from this side. Children, I'll not write here borrowed number. I'll not cut it. Just keep it in your mind that it will become 17. Now subtract 8 from 17. Right, it has taken one borrow from its previous number. So it is 17. 17 minus 8. Okay, 9. Now when it will give 1 to this side, here we have only 2. Now 2 minus 2, 0. Now here 9 is smaller than 14. So what we need to do here? Just bring down 5. Right, now it is 95. So now it is 95. Just read the table of 14. So here it's 6 times. 14 6 are, because thoroughly I have learned the table of, I have learned table 2 to 20. So you should learn table, right? That's why you can calculate fast and you can get you get your answer very quickly, very fast, right? So here 95, 14 6 are 84. Right? Now subtract it. 5 minus 4, 1. And 9 minus 8, 1. So it is 11. Now children, here 11 is smaller than 14. So we can't divide. It will be remain here. Fine. So here the answer result is obtained, that is 426. This is our quotient and the remainder part is 11. So when we divide 5975 divided by 14, we get the quotient 426 and the remainder 11. So children, in this way you can solve your division sums because you have learned about the division. What is division? We know that division is repeated subtractions, as I have written at the top. Division is repeated subtraction, right? And then we have already learned the properties of division and then checking the divisions, right? So just do practice of division sums at home. Fine. See you in the next maths tutorial class. Bye bye. Have a nice day.